Alright, Shalom. Call all y'all about Shem Michelle. Shalom to the left. It's just a quick video just to go into how the eyes of the Lord are always watching. And those eyes are actually angels. Just like how scientists have observatories, different people have telescopes and binoculars and all that stuff. The Most High sent his angels to watch what's going on down there. And I just happened to scroll through some videos and see what's going on the news. And there's one particular video that was talking about Esau going back up into the stars again. Let me go to this video real quick. I got queued up before I play that. And see this right here. It's just an indicator, once again, of who is who and what time it really is. Let me see what the videos are. You got Esau with his little scam again. And it's funny that they play this at the beginning of this video talking about give just $10 a month to help save the children. But they spending $75 million a seat to get up on these fucking rockets. So fuck Esau. Let me turn this down a little bit.
Regularly scheduled trip in what will be one of many more of this kind. Our team correspondent John Huddy is live from our Miami bureau with more on this historic launch. So, John, how did it go?
Well, it went well. Another, as you mentioned, Manila, historic launch, a joint venture between SpaceX and NASA. This one, the mission was once again going to the ISS, the International Space Station, but the target going down the line will be ultimately going to the moon and then perhaps one day to Mars.
3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition, liftoff.
And with that, the taxi rides to space began. The SpaceX Falcon rocket, carrying the Dragon capsule named Resilience for the mission, blasted off Sunday evening for the 9-minute shot into orbit.
And like I said, man, hold on. That video that they was playing, let me pause this music, because I know I gotta go a little loud on here. I want to make sure this video be extra clear. But they posting them little videos and advertising about Save the Children, like I mentioned in the previous video, and I just stated, each one of these seats, $75 million per seat. And you got 4 astronauts on that, man. So you do the math. Let me go back real quick. They talking about $10 a month to help them kids. Man, Esau full of shit, man. That's why the Most High gonna do this judgment on them, man. That's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 49. I'm gonna start at verse 14. It says, I have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent to the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her, and rise up to the battle. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. And when you look at the news, that's what's been going on. These nations, they signing deals, trade deals. I just seen another video about a trade deal that happened. And I was getting off from work and stuff. And they trying to exclude Esau. Ultimately, these Edomites, because you got them Russian Edomites over there, they just from another house of Esau, but they all from the same line. But ultimately, these nations, they despise these damn devils because they know what they be doing. Now I'm going to go into verse 16. It says, thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill. Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, saith the Lord. And they call this space rocket or whatever the Falcon X or some shit. And then, once again, then you look at the title. SpaceX sends NASA astronauts into the stars. When you're going to book Obadiah. You know, but the book of Obadiah. What other nation putting their shit up in the stars like this? It's only one select few people, and then everybody else, they just following suit. They drinking that Babylon juice. This is in verse 4 of the book of Obadiah. Though thou art thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars. You can't get around this. Esau should have changed the title of this shit. They trying to hide anything. They're so sloppy with it, man. It's real clear and real easy to see who is who. It says, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, that's will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh. And that's what's going to happen, man. Now, what I really wanted to get into, I just want to bring the precepts out because I was thinking of it when I seen that title. Oh, hold on, let me get this scripture. All right, here go one of them. This is in the book of Amos. This ain't the exact one, but it's one precept I was looking for. It's in the book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 8. It says, behold, the eyes of the Lord, Yahweh, are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord. And see, Esau, these Edomites, they know about the book of Amos. They know about this scripture. So, best believe they're trying their hardest to make their escape. And this is one where they're trying to escape. I'm going to let this play.
First crew mission to be sent up in space. So there it goes. You can see the color kind of changing. This is unedited. This is how I received the video.
Now this video,
pretty cool.
What it's going to show, which I've seen lights like this in the sky, especially down there in Florida. I used to see chairs a lot down there in Florida for some reason. And they have this like different type of look to it. You can look at it and tell, hey, something different about that light right there. That ain't no star. Ain't no planet, ain't no plane, ain't no helicopter. You can rule all that stuff out. Ain't no drone, just by the movement of it. And sometimes if you see them close enough, you actually see the actual full vessel. But they have lights on these vessels, like mentioned in the book of Ezekiel. But I'm gonna let this play and you can actually see to the left once this rise up some more.
Historic launch. Yes, that is very awesome. And now you're going to see right there. See it right there? Some sort of an object there in the sky right there. See it? What I do is take this moment right here, I zoom in and put it in slow motion, and when the rocket eclipsed those clouds, you can see that object right here on the left-hand side. There's not only one, but there almost appears to be two. Check that out right there. See it? And it's moving back towards the left, or at least that's what it appears to be doing. I don't know. This kind of...
No, let me pause that right there. Let me pull some more precepts real quick. See the Most High, how he work. See the Most High not finna get off his throne himself and come down here and be looking around. He gonna send his angels to go look. Let me see, let me find another precept real quick. in the book of Zechariah, chapter 4, verse 10, it says, let's see what we got. Okay, it says, for who hath despised the day of small things, for they shall rejoice and see the plummet in the hand of Zerubbabel, but those 7. They are the eyes of the Lord Yahweh, which run to and fro in the whole earth. And them eyes, ain't talking about no little eye, ain't no eyeballs finna fall down and be running around. Ain't what it's talking about. It's talking about how these ships move, how they appear. Let me see if I want to read a little bit more on that. That's another precept I want to get as well. Okay, I ain't gonna read on into that. It's just going into the 2 olive trees. It's in the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 16, verse 9. It says, for the eyes of the Lord Yahweh run to and fro throughout the whole earth to shew himself strong, and to behalf of them whose heart is perfect toward him. Herein thou hast done foolishly, therefore from henceforth thou shalt have wars. And that's what you see going on, like another video. Let me go back to it. They got these peacekeepers going over there. These peacekeepers going over there, they're Azerbaijan and Armenia. So they try to quench that war that's going on over there. See, this is stuff right here.
At Levelor.
Let me pause that. This is stuff right here that these Edomites, they run the media.
The simple routines that
They don't
make
want
up
us
daily
to pay
life
no
are
mind to. They
extraordinary.
want us to think.
Count on us to work beautifully
Think
day
of
after
it. Well, really, this is all prophecy unfolding.
To monitor the ceasefire between Armenia and Azerbaijan. Russia brokered the deal a week ago to stop the bloodshed in the disputed region of Nagorno-Karabakh. Now, these are the latest pictures of Russian equipment, hundreds of vehicles and personnel landing in Armenia. The mission will last 5 years with an automatic extension if required. Now, the truce is already allowing some refugees to return home. Overnight, almost 500 Armenians came back from the capital Yerevan to the disputed region's largest city, Stepanakert. Russian peacekeepers convoyed 19 buses of people. RT's Murad Gazdiev is on the way to the peacekeeping mission in the region and brings us this report.
Well, the peacekeeping force that is supposed to be stationed in Nagorno-Karabakh has almost been brought up to full strength. We witnessed this morning yet another very large convoy, Russian peacekeepers making their way into Nagorno-Karabakh. But aside from that, about 2,000 peacekeepers. The Russian side has also published a detailed map of what
That's a lot of people on them buses with a COVID at.
the area Nagorno-Karabakh will look like. The operations of the Russian peacekeeping mission. There'll be 9 observation posts, ceasefire monitoring stations in the northern area, 9 in the southern area.
I guess that shit ain't spread over there, so I don't know. I can't figure that out.
And 7 in the Lechinsky corridor, a thin strip of land connecting Armenia to the pro-Armenian Nagorno-Karabakh. You know, there's a lot of anger with the way the war turned out. There's a lot of sadness with how many people have died. And ultimately, people are just thankful that it has concluded.
Our only hope is with Russians. They are our saviors. Neither the US nor Europe helped us. The international community was silent throughout these times, and our Prime Minister...
And see, that scripture's coming to pass, man. Like they say right here, therefore from now on you shall have wars. Let me go to another one real quick. It's the book of Ezekiel. Chapter 38, verse 7, it says, Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be a guard unto them. That's what the Russians doing. Being a guard unto the nation. Everything that's been popping off over there. Who swoop in and say today?
Assault this land. It was only the Russians who came to save us.
See, man, hey, you can't make this up, man. Man, Esau ain't write this shit. People, you want to say these damn crackers wrote this. They ain't write this. They ain't even that. They not that swift. And the stuff they do create and the power that they have come from the Most High, man. So these objects, and there was another scripture I wanted to give, and I'm gonna end this out. I ain't gonna stretch it out too much longer. Let me find this real quick, because for some reason I'm typing it in, they don't want to pop up. Normally they just pop straight up. It's in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 23, verse 19, it says, Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of man, and considering the most secret parts. So most people, they worry, like these Edomites, they worry about what people can see on the earth. They ain't worry about them other eyes, because sometimes they don't even see them. But then you have moments like this, when the chariot appear, they do their little missile launches, or they rocket launches, or they ISS space feeds and all that stuff. A ship will show up on it. Then they'll cut the feed or something. But lately they ain't really been cutting the feed as much because it's too obvious now. And I'm gonna get one more precept and I'm gonna end this up. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 16. And this is a clear cut to that hell doctrine. Now it says, And moreover I saw under the sun a place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and a place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. So if hell is supposed to be a place of judgment, how righteousness is going to be there? That don't even make sense. And it's talking about the earth, man. That's why people come down and live out their judgment on the earth. Some people die young, some people die old, some people die from gun wounds, cars, illnesses, whatever, all type of stuff, different viruses. Might get decapitated. The list goes on, man. The Most High got many ways to judge somebody for whatever they did in their past life or in this one. And that's why I see that in the book of Ecclesiastes. And if you read this stuff, like the scripture say in the book of Revelation, blessed is he that readeth. Hey, you'll be blessed with that understanding to know what's really going on and what's really what. Now, I'm going to read on some more. Verse 17, it says, I said in my heart, Yahweh shall judge the righteous and the wicked. So, once again, if the place of judgment is under the sun, how is the righteous and the wicked going to be in hell? That don't even make sense. But thanks to Constantine and a bunch of other devils, they spooked a bunch of people up with that hell doctrine. You got Satan down in the earth with a trident, poking people and burning them up for eternity. That's a fable. The book of Job clearly tell you that he goes to and fro in the earth with permission. Just do it on his own. I just wanted to bring this out, man. Hey, stay alert. Continue watching the news. And Lord's willing, this is edifying call. Y'all about Shem Yahweh. And shalom to the lick.